conflict is inside of you. There's a war going on inside of you between self, lower self, and higher self. Will you go low or will you go high? Which direction will you go in? I said the war is within. Yeah, there are external factors that play a part in this war. But ultimately, the battle was fought within. It's fought from the inside out. So you have to go in and fight the battle within, instead of trying to go outside of yourself and fight battles outside of yourself. You have to have the ability to see that the true battle is with self. The true battle is inside of you. The battle with self. Like I said, higher self, lower self. Self being you, who you truly are. Lower high being the direction that you gravitate towards, the frequency that you vibrate to. Will it be a low vibrational frequency? Will it be a high vibrational frequency? Will you vibrate towards ascension, or will you vibrate towards dissension? Will you go up? Will you go down? See, the internal conflict is the constant back and forth, the constant up and down, the teeter-totter effect that's going on inside of us. Teeter-totter go up, teeter-totter go down. The thing is that the war that's going on within, there has to be a strategy, just like with any war. You have to be strategic. You have to generalize plans and ideals, formulas, tactics to win the war. And all that means is you got to get yourself right within. Stop going against the divine nature of yourself. Learn the divine nature of yourself, the true divine nature of yourself. The nature is just what comes natural. It's organic. The things that come unnaturally, those things are synthetic influences that we allow ourselves to be subjected to. We allow these synthetic influences to dictate our actions. We have to become more organic. We have to look to the nature of our true self. But first we have to find ourselves. We have to learn who we truly are. And once you learn who you truly are, with knowing that, you apply yourself. Application is put in place. See, learning and applying what you learn, that's what helps you win the war. It's not about changing other people. It's not about changing the world around you. It's about changing you. It's about changing the world inside of you. Because that's the only world that truly matters. When you work on your inner world and you fight that inner battle and you win the inner war, the war inside yourself, by default, the outside falls in line. Inner peace radiates outside and you have outer peace. The world around you becomes peaceful because the peace in you is radiating. It radiates outside of you and all around you. But winning the war within self, or winning the war inside of you, the battle between self, lower self and higher self, in order to win this war, it requires discipline. You have to have discipline. You have to have strong will, dedication. You have to be honorable to your nature. You have to be loyal to your true nature. You have to be in sync with who you truly are. There'll be a lot of influences, a lot of outside factors that will try and pull a hand or try and sway you to a certain side, causing you to get off track or unfocused in the war. There'll be forces that'll try and pull you up. There'll be forces trying to pull you down. But it's up to you. Will you allow yourself to submit to these forces? Are you submitting to lower forces, or are you submitting to higher forces? Are you studying? Are you strategizing? Are you formulating ideals and ways, methods and strategies to rise, to overcome, to obtain victory? So you shouldn't feel internally conflicted to where you're stressed out inside. The conflict, it causes a mental breakdown. That's why mental illness is so popular. Mental illness is becoming very popular. A lot of people are acquiring mental illness. This just means that people are losing the war within. They aren't in control of their mental faculties. They aren't in control of themselves. They don't know which direction to go in. They're being pulled up. They're being pulled down. They don't know which way to go. They aren't in control. They aren't being the head. They aren't being the general, the war strategist, the war analyst that they should be. Because you need to know yourself and you need to know your enemy to surely obtain victory. But to only know one or the other, or to know neither, you will face defeat surely every time. To win the war within, you have to truly take a look at yourself, truly take a look at you, your character, your flaws, things about yourself that need to be changed, and make the necessary changes. You have to develop the discipline and the willpower to make these necessary changes. You can feel it internally, you know, but you got to stop fighting against yourself. You got to stop fighting against ascension. There's something inside of you that's trying to pull you up. But there's things inside of you that are holding you down as well. Those are the things that are more attractive to you, the things that are more appealing, the things that you find pleasure in, the things that fulfill your desires, the things that keep you embedded in the lower levels of yourself, what some will call the root chakra. When there are forces that are trying to pull you to the crown, that are trying to pull you to the top. But I guess for some it's easier to stay down than it is to get up. And some have been down for so long they don't know how to get up. They've been beaten for so long they don't know how to fight. And some are just too lazy. Too lazy to fight. Too lazy to climb up. It's easier to lie down. It's easier to be defenseless. So to win the war within, like I said, you have to develop discipline, strong willpower, and you have to apply this discipline and this strong willpower. Don't allow yourself to be distracted, and don't allow your enemy to infiltrate you. Don't allow your enemy to sabotage you or create acts of espionage that you're unaware of. You have to be aware of all of the pieces on the chessboard. Watch every move that's made. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. See, because deception will come in the form of flattery, things that are appeasing to you, things that glitter, things that catch the eye, the physical eye, things that blind the physical eye, cause an illusion, clouding, blocking, not allowing you to see with the inner eye. Or you're misperceiving what you're seeing with your outer eye and trying to convince your inner eye that this is reality. But that eye inside of you that sees better, that eye inside of you that truly sees the illusion for what it really is, that's that force inside of you that's urging you, that feeling you're getting that's telling you something isn't right. Some call it a gut feeling. Now, with feelings, you have to be careful because feelings can be manipulated. They can be distorted. So, you have to know what's truly you, what your divine nature is, and what goes against your divine nature, what opposes your divine nature, because that is your adversary. That is who the war is waged against. Stop utilizing the tools of self-destruction. So it'll give you everything you need to destroy yourself. The gun will be placed in your hand and you'll be convinced to pull the trigger on yourself. The tools of destruction will be placed in your hand and you'll be deceived into using these tools to destroy yourself if you don't have self-control. If you don't have clarity, clear vision, and you can't see things for what they truly are. See, when you can see the illusion for what it is, when you can see the enemy for what it is, you see the tools for what they are, and you know what their use is for. You use those tools against your enemies, not against yourself. See, the tools aren't either good or bad. The tools are neither one. They're not good, they're not bad. It's just a tool. It's how you use the tool. It's what the tool is used for. Will it be a tool that will be used to uplift yourself? Or will it be a tool that you use to bring yourself down? The same tool. The same tool you use to uplift is the same tool that could be used to bring you down. So the choice is yours. Will you use these tools to ascend, or will you use these tools to descend? Will you go against yourself, or will you go against the adversaries of yourself? You have to be on your team. See, a lot of you are playing on the opposite team. You're going against yourself. You're sabotaging yourself. You're creating acts of espionage, acts of treason against yourself. You have to be loyal to yourself and your divine nature.